Voting, I believe, kicks off next week. How's that looking, Congressman?
Well, Neil, we in Florida, we tend to be pretty well versed in responding to these storms. So I was speaking with some of my supervisor of elections offices earlier this morning, and we are ready to go. Obviously, absentee voting is well underway in the state of Florida, but we are already seeing record turnout. Whether you are on the coast, like in my district, and we have seen tremendous damage, 18-foot storm surges. People are going to crawl over broken glass to vote for Donald Trump and Republicans up and down the ballot. And I'm hearing the same in North Carolina. We have seen historic turnout in Florida, despite the fact of taking a Category 4 and a Category 3 hurricane in the last 3 weeks.
What do the latest polls look like in your state? Donald Trump won the last two times there. He seemed pretty strongly poised for this, but sometimes you get an indication where the turnout is in Democratic strong areas. Next week, I guess you'll have a better idea versus Republican areas. Anything you're hearing?
Well, the thing that people fail to remember about what's happening in Florida this year is we have two major ballot initiatives that will be constitutional changes to the Florida Constitution. One being recreational marijuana, the other being abortion on demand. So there's a lot of people coming out of the woodwork that typically wouldn't vote, but they see, hey, recreational marijuana is on the ballot. They'll vote for the first time. So that is something we are tracking very closely. Florida does enjoy a nearly 1.1 million registered Republican advantage versus the Democrats. But that being said, right. Amendment 3, which is the recreational marijuana amendment, that is polling very high with Republicans. So it's something that for the statewide races for Senator Rick Scott, we are actually tracking very closely. It'll be a little bit closer than we anticipate. We can't take anything for granted. But as we know, Republicans tend to vote on election day, and we're seeing more of a surge with early voting, which, as you said, begins next week. Something that we're watching, but we will see record-breaking turnout as a result of those amendments. But also, people are sick and tired. They've had enough. They don't want 4 more years of the failures of the Harris-Biden regime. So I think regardless of the storms, there will be challenges, but we will overcome.
All right, so polls are tight. We'll see how it all sorts out. Congressman, very good seeing you again, and a great recovery in your state from those two devastating storms.